Alright guys, Boruto chapter 47, they got a lot of information going on. They got a lot of things going on in this chapter. So we all know what happened last chapter. Kashin Koji and Jigen begin to fight, and they just really going back and forth. And Amato is sitting with Naruto and Sasuke giving information, and that kind of leads into a lot of stuff about characters too, because you see personalities of the characters. We get a glimpse of Naruto's old personality. You know, they used to call him the knucklehead ninja before he was the Hokage, and Sasuke in this chapter he kind of called up on that a little bit. I'm gonna touch on that soon, but basically, we ended off last chapter with Kashin Koji summoning some real flames. So basically, he's summoning some, like, just straight fire, like real fire, true fire, not fire created from chakra, because the karma is capable of absorbing chakra. But since the fire that he got was from a mountain, a fire mountain, they cannot absorb that because it's not made of chakra. All right, y'all understand that? So since he can't absorb the chakra, he's basically being incinerated, like he's being burned alive. However, he does have a jutsu that we know about, the shrinking jutsu. I believe they give the name in this chapter, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He shrinks really small or enlarges stuff. So basically, we got some more information on that jutsu that Jigen uses, or should I say Ishiki, because in this chapter, Ishiki actually reincarnates. Finally, we get to see Ishiki himself. But we're going to get on that later. I want to finish talking about the jutsu. So basically, we get some information about that jutsu. He can shrink any non-living thing. So if it's not alive, he can shrink it. And that's the only thing to it. But the thing is, if it's alive, it can only be himself. So the only thing alive that he can shrink is himself. But he can't just go around shrinking people, shrinking animals or stuff like that. Only things that are non-living. So he's able to shrink the fire, but there's just so much fire that he really can't shrink all of the fire, because as you know, he's close to dying. And that really plays a lot into this chapter, because the fact that he was pushed so close to death, it shows Amato's true intentions, because Amato is a master plantsman. The man is very intelligent. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Amato is very intelligent. I would even compare him to the intelligence of Orochimaru, because as I will touch on later in this chapter, like I said, they got a lot I got to touch on, but before I touch on everything, I got to break everything down for y'all. All right. So Orochimaru, we know that he does experiments and he clones people, and like Mitsuki. Mitsuki literally has a bunch of clones. All right. So Amato is capable of doing the same things like Orochimaru. And we didn't, like with Orochimaru, we have a lot of information. Amato is still relatively new. We had Orochimaru since part 1 Naruto, alright? So we had a lot of time to build him up. And it seems like they're trying to build Amato up. Amato does not seem as evil as Orochimaru, but I guess that's subjective to everyone's eyes. So this is the part where I was referencing earlier, where Naruto has kind of his old personality and Sasuke got his personality, and it shows their personality a little bit. You know, Sasuke was always kind of the edgier character. He was kind of edgy, straightforward. Some people would say he's kind of rude, and you see that in this chapter. They're showing his personality in the relationship with each other, because we know Sasuke and Naruto have a long history together, and pretty much Naruto says something that's like, Sasuke's like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? And basically what Naruto had said was, oh, so that's the way to kill an Otsutsuki, is by using, you know, essentially real flames. And then Sasuke is like, are you even paying attention? You're still a dunce. Straight up like that. And then like, he was like, have you not even been listening? And like basically Sasuke was like, all right, let me break it down for Naruto. And he tells Naruto like, he has the karma. And since they have the karma, the Otsutsuki are not going to die, because the karma is basically their resurrection point. Like if they have the karma in reality, they can keep reincarnating. So pretty much Sasuke is breaking this down for Naruto, because Naruto, like, I guess he must have forgot it. I don't know how I feel about that, because Naruto is the Hokage. He can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like when he was younger, he could do that, but now that he's Hokage, he can't be missing information. So they told us this last chapter, and that's what Sasuke is referencing. But I guess they had to reiterate it this chapter, so I guess they just used it as a plot device to move the story forward. But anyways, I'm gonna break it down too, just like Sasuke did. So pretty much the karma, if anybody has a karma, the karma is basically like a copy of an Otsutsuki. So for instance, Kawaki has a karma, Boruto has a karma, and Boruto's karma is a copy of Momoshiki, Kawaki's karma is a copy of Ishiki, and Jigen's karma is a copy of Ishiki. But if they have these karmas, you see how Kawaki had a karma and Jigen had a karma. So even if they have one karma, they're gonna reincarnate. So let's say Jigen didn't have a karma no more and Ishiki died. He would just reincarnate into Kawaki because Kawaki has the karma. So that's basically what Sasuke telling Naruto, like, bro, even if you kill this man, he's just gonna come back to life because there's another karma. And we get some more information on the karma. So essentially what ends up happening is they kind of get into a high tension, I don't want to say argument, but they going back and forth because obviously like some people not understanding and they don't really trust Amato. They don't trust this man. I wouldn't trust this man either. Like I would not trust Amato. Come on, let's just be serious. And basically what they saying is Kawaki's vessel. All right, so basically, let's say a person has a karma. A karma is not, if a karma is not suitable for the body, then it's nerfed. All right, so Jigen's body was not really ideal for the karma, but Kawaki's body, on the other hand, Kawaki, if Ishiki reincarnates into Kawaki, it's gonna be a very suitable vessel. I'm guessing it has something to do with genetics, because we know that, you know, Boruto has a long lineage of his ancestors were connected to Otsutsuki, so we can see why Momoshiki wants to reincarnate into Boruto, because he has Otsutsuki genetics in him. He has a Byakugan. But actually, he doesn't have the Byakugan, but he has like the Hyuga clan. That's what I wanted to say. I forgot every Hyuga doesn't have the Byakugan, but they're capable of having the Byakugan. That's my correction. That's what I meant to say. So the fact that he has, and we know that comes from the Otsutsuki clan. You know, the Hyuga clan is heavily connected to the Otsutsuki clan, and we know that Boruto has Hyuga clan genetics. So he's a suitable vessel, but Jigen, not really a suitable vessel. And we know how powerful Ishiki was in Jigen's body. So imagine if he has an actual suitable vessel in Kawaki. Luckily, they catching on to that, and basically they like nah, we okay. So this is another part that I like about Naruto's personality. So they start catching on and like, oh well, see, the old Sasuke would have just sliced up Kawaki, because Sasuke not playing no games. Sasuke don't have time to play no games. So the old Sasuke would have just chopped up Kawaki, be like, all right, done deal. He not reincarnating. We killing Kawaki before he could reincarnate. But we know Naruto has a little bit of a softer personality, and he wants to take the most optimistic route. It kind of reminds me of Hashirama, how Hashirama never really wanted to kill Madara. You know, he wanted to like make things better, but it took like harder and stuff. So basically, Naruto was like, nah, don't even say anything like that. We would never kill Kawaki just to stop Ishiki from being reborn. All right. And basically it kind of, I don't know, man. Like, you got to really take in the future of the entire shinobi world, because if Ishiki reincarnates into Kawaki, it's game over. And if you have the opportunity to basically stop that from happening, will you take it or will you not take it? That's kind of how it go. And Sasuke, the old Sasuke, would have taken it. He didn't really say nothing, but I thought it was kind of funny whenever Kawaki came running in the building where this meeting was taking place, and Sasuke took out his sword and swung it at Kawaki, and Kawaki felt that. Kawaki was like, dang, that hurt. Like, Kawaki felt that, and I was like, dang, that's savage, Sasuke. You just swung your sword at this kid. But like I said, Sasuke, that's just how he is. He was a rogue ninja for a long time. And that don't just leave out of you. And I really, 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 really hope when they animate this, they do it right, because I don't want them to tone it down, because that was kind of dark. That man, his rogue side kind of came out. So Amato, same thing as kind of like Sasuke. Amato was like, that's one option. Just straight up kill Kawaki before he can reincarnate into Kawaki. But then later in the chapter, we learn some more stuff. So basically, the fight is continuing between Kashin Koji and Ishiki, and basically Kashin Koji defeated Jigen, the vessel. And since the vessel was dying, basically Ishiki had to reincarnate. Now, that's obviously not ideal, because he would have preferred to reincarnate into Kawaki, because Kawaki was better to be reincarnated into. But basically, they just went full transformation mode. This man just went into a whole Otsutsuki transformation, and it reminds me of what happened with Boruto. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe Boruto chapter 44, Boruto transformed into Momoshiki Otsutsuki, basically. I mean, he pretty much just transformed, like, it kind of, you know, but nonetheless, basically Jigen died and Ishiki reincarnated into Jigen's body, and we see some stuff. We learning a lot of information. I gotta go through all this information with y'all to make sure everybody caught it. All right, so whenever in Otsutsuki reincarnates, all of the other copies of their karma disappears, and the reason really isn't confirmed yet, but Amato has a theory, and it's because they don't want multiple copies of the same person around, which makes sense. You don't want to have like two Ishikis. Like, which one is going to be the real Ishiki? They're probably, it just don't make sense. I don't know. I guess they might explain it further, but yeah, basically that's what we know. If somebody reincarnates, the karma disappears from everyone else, and they can only reincarnate into one. Now, I'm not sure why he didn't reincarnate into Kawaki's vessel at this time. I'm not really sure. That wasn't really explained heavily. So basically, Kawaki's karma just completely disappears, and that's when you see Ishiki reincarnate into Jigen's vessel. So Jigen's gone, like, no more Jigen, straight up. So you see, once he transforms, he gets a lot more chakra, I'm guessing, or a lot more power, and he just starts shrinking the flames, because at first he couldn't shrink it because, like, you know, Naruto and Sasuke heavily weakened Jigen in their battle. So that happened too. You got to realize he was heavily weakened fighting Kashin Koji, and that's what they keep trying to say. Like, if this man was at full power, no one stands a chance. So he reincarnates, he starts, you know, and Sasuke, we get some more Sasuke personality. They're like, oh, he's absorbing the flames, and Sasuke like, nah. If y'all pay attention, he really just making the flames smaller. But I already explained his jutsu abilities earlier, and Sasuke really cool that he noticed that. Another thing is, whenever he comes out of the smoke or whatever, he it's like, you know, typical manga fashion. He walks out of there. I say he looks cool. I'm gonna leave that to y'all opinion if y'all think he looks cool or not. It seems like he has a new dojutsu. We have not seen this before. It's like I don't know, bro. It's a dojutsu. It looks like, to me, one of his eyes has lines on it, and the other one is blank. So it leads me to believe that one of them is a Byakugan and the other one is unknown. So we're gonna have to just see what that dojutsu is. I really want to see it. Like, I want to see the capabilities and abilities of this new dojutsu. So basically, Naruto and the gang, pretty much Sasuke and all them, they lost connection, because, you know, they had a toad pretty much letting them see the play-by-play. And Naruto's like, man, I wonder what's gonna happen to Kashin Koji. And then Amato was like, oh, he already knew he was gonna be deceased after this fight, because Ishiki's just so much more powerful. So he was on a suicide mission, and he knew that. But Naruto was like, man, why do I feel so bad for him? And, you know, it's revealed kind of why, because at the end of the chapter, in the last panel or whatever, basically Ishiki just going crazy, and he's shrinking everything, and he pretty much, you know, the mask winds up breaking. And basically what they said is Kashin Koji is a clone of Jiraiya. And yeah, that's pretty much why Naruto felt so bad for him, because, like, obviously, you know, Naruto spends so much time with Jiraiya that he knows his fighting style, and he's like, man, he reminds me of Jiraiya. But, like, in Naruto's head, he like, that can't be Jiraiya because Jiraiya died. But, like, he like looking at it, and he's like confused. He's like, but that really does remind me of Jiraiya. It really does remind me of Jiraiya. But he like, Jiraiya is dead, so he can't make the connection. But hopefully next chapter they find out, because I really want to know Naruto's reaction to this. Like, y'all really doing my man's, like, y'all really playing with Naruto's heart, because Naruto loved Jiraiya, as we all did. And basically, yeah, he's like Kashin Koji is a clone of Jiraiya, and like I said, I guess it has something to do with genes. We know it's possible because Orochimaru has so many clones, but I mean, some people gonna like it, some people not. They've been foreshadowing this for a long time. You literally could look up theories on YouTube, and people been like, "Oh, we putting the pieces together. Oh, that's a Jiraiya clone." So it is what it is. That's how the chapter ends. And yeah, I think it was a really interesting chapter, to say the least. You guys can let me know what y'all think. The video getting kind of long. I like talking about these Boruto chapters. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's been your boy NeoXO. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.